Yes, good morning.
I hope all of you had a good weekend,
Yes.
Yes.
Dashera and all. Nice. Festive seasons are almost done, right?
Yeah.
But whenever you guys will be opening the query editor window, always select your schema. Okay. Otherwise, whatever you will create, it will be automatically created into the master schema. So it's better always you select your own database. Okay. So there is a keyword as well to select your database, which is like use. Uh, Either you go by this method or you can go this by this method as well. We'll talk about that later. So yes, any questions before we proceed with today's discussions? So now, so whenever you will be hired, okay, no one will be there to let you, no one will be there to explain the database or the tables. They will ask you that I have these table names. They will give you 30, 40 table names. And then they will tell you that study on these tables and do all your analysis. And if you have any questions, let me know. Now it becomes very difficult to study each table. Okay. That what type of informations are present in the table, we don't know. So for that reason, did we create any table in our last class? Input. So now what informations are present in the table? What are the fields that are involved in the table? What are the data types of those fields? We all need to study, whether there are any primary key, foreign key, a lot of other things are there which we will learn. But in order to see the structure of the tables, what is the shortcut? So SQL or Microsoft provides a concept which is called a stored procedure. We will talk about it much, much later. This will be the last topic, but this is important. So what is a stored procedure? Stored procedure is nothing but some commands which has already been written in a programmable format. And we are using it over and over again. And that is doing a specific set of operations when I call that procedure. Okay. For example, there is a program that you have created wherein uh, your all the lights of your house will be switched on and off with the press of a button. Not a button, but maybe a instruction. And whenever you put that instruction, that activity happens. So you do not have to write that same code over and over again, which is running at the back end. It is getting the job done. It is getting involved in doing the job in multiple such occasions. So that concept is basically called a stored procedure. So if I have to do a specific set of operations multiple times, what I'll do, I will create that code and then I will save it somewhere. And instead of writing and executing that code over and over again, I'm just calling that saved space. Okay, that's wherever I have saved that code. I'm just calling that. Okay. So there is a stored procedure which is called a SP underscore help. So SP stands for stored procedure, underscore and help. Helps basically is the name of the stored procedure, basically, in which that specific set of instructions and commands has been stored. So using SP underscore help, you are able to see the structure of any data. Data. Okay. Suppose I want to see the structure of employee. So SP underscore, and then I will have to call my table, which table you want to check. And if I execute it, I would be able to understand the metadata of it. Metadata means, this is also what I explained earlier, is data of a data. That means what all other informations this data is carrying. If you see, I can see all the metadata means when my employee table has been created, who has created it, DBO. I am the admin. I have created that. When did I create it? What are the fields? What are the data type? What is the length? What is the precision and scale? So all those informations are involved over there, whether the identity is there or not. There are various other things that the more we work on the table, the more informations it will collect. And that means within seconds, I am able to check all the metadata of my table. So this SP underscore help will get your job done. Okay. So there are lots and lots of stored procedures that SQL has given to you. If I go to programmability and if I open stored procedures, I can see there are a lot of system stored procedures. If I open that, every stored procedure has got some meaning, which makes our job very easy. See, if we come to, oh, these are the different stored procedures that we have. We do not use these so many stored procedures in our daily lives. So the more you explore SQL, the more you would be able to understand. If I have to see, let me see, modify it. That means I'm opening that code and I'm trying to see what is going at the back end. This is the line of code that has been written at the back. So many things are there. So if I have to constantly come over here and execute it, it becomes a very tedious task. I have to select everything. I have to click on execute. So instead of doing that, I will just call it and my job is done. Okay. So this is the line of code that is going at the back end. So the small concept of stored procedure I'm giving because I have to use this quite often. SP underscore help. Okay. So don't forget this. And this is also a very important question that how do you normally check the tables in your database? You will not always do a select statement to check it. You will do this instead of. So if you say select, then your recruiter won't be very happy. If you tell stored procedure help, your recruiter will be very happy. He will understand that you are a real SQL developer and not only real, you are understanding SQL really very well. Not many people are aware about it. But though they might be aware, they are not using it in our day-to-day lives. Okay. Now the next thing that we will